I'm Mr. Otemo Ogenenyero, teaching on YouTube. I want to encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I just treated this topic using Cramer's rule, this same maths, using Cramer's rule in matrix. Now, I want to use determinant method. 2x plus y is equals to 2. 3x minus y equals to 13. So we pick the coefficient of x here is 2. The coefficient of x equation 2 is 3. This one is 1. Here is minus 1. And what are the variables involved? They are x and y. So I will now take it. If it is 3 by 3, it involves x, y, z. But this is 2. It's equals to, the answer is 2. Here is 13. So what we have to do first is to find the determinant of the 2 by 2 matrix. And what is determinant here? This is the leading diagonal, which is 2 times minus 1 minus 1 times this 3, which 2 times minus 1 gives us minus 2. 1 times 3 is 3, which is equals to minus 5. So I will now find the inverse of this matrix, the inverse. So we are now going to find the inverse. The inverse means 1 over the determinant, which is minus 5, into the adjoint a, b, c, d. D minus b, minus 1 minus 1, minus c, a, minus 3, 2. So let me call this one equation 1. Let me call this one equation 2. So use equation 2 to multiply equation 1. So, but take note, this minus don't need to stay here. I'll take it up. So what is equation 2 now? I said minus 1 over 5 into minus 1 minus 1, then minus 3, 2. Minus 3, 2. Is multiply this, which is 2, 1, 3, minus 1. Then we have our x and our y. Now, is equal to, you will use to multiply both sides. So I want to use to multiply this answer now, which is minus 1 over 5 into minus 1 minus 1 minus 3, 2. We now multiply this now, which is 2 and 13. Though I will show you the solving. When you use this to multiply this and divide by this, you will get identity matrix. But for the beginners, not for mature mind, let me break it down because of beginners. Now what do? Use multiplication of matrix. So yes, minus 1 over 5 into this row, we multiply this column. This row, which is 1 times minus 2, 1 times minus 2. I'm coming, let me write it well for you. Okay, minus 1 times 2 give us minus 2. Minus 1 times 3, minus 3. I will now use the same to come here. Minus 1 times 1 is minus 1. Minus 1 times minus 1 is plus 1. So I am through with this. I will now use this denominator here, this second row, to multiply. Minus 3 times 2 is minus 6. Then 2 times 3 is plus 6. I'll now come here. Minus 3 times 1 give us minus 3. Then 2 times minus 1 give us minus 2. So we are through with that. We will now have x and y is equal to minus 1 over 5. The same way, minus 1 times 2 is minus 2. Minus 1 times 13. Minus 1 times 13 is minus 13. Minus 13. So now, minus 3 times 1 minus 3 times 2 is minus 6. Minus 2 times 13 is plus 26. Now, here is minus 1 over 5 into minus 3 minus 2 is minus 5. Minus 1 plus 1 is 0. Minus 6 plus 6 is 0. Minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5. Then we now have x and y is equals to, yes, minus 1 over 5 into minus 2 minus 13 is minus 15. So minus 6 plus 20, minus 6 plus 26 is 20. Because you are owing me 6 naira, somebody else dash you 26 naira. So I'll take your 6 naira. You have 20 naira change. Now, when you use this number to multiply each of the 10, you will now have minus 1 over 5 times minus 5. Then if you use to multiply 0, give us 0. Don't need to go there. So multiply, give us 0 again. So yes, minus 1 over 5 times minus 5. Then we have x, then y. So here will be into minus 1 over 5 times minus 15. I'm using it to multiply this. I want you to, which is minus 1 over 5 times 20. Now, when this cancel this, will give us 1. Here will give us here will give us 1, 0, 0. The same thing here. Here is 1. This is what we call identity matrix. The diagonal 0, here will be 0 and 1, 1. So in other words, here is x and y. So which is, when this cancel this, you are left with 3. Minus times minus is plus. So here is not 3. Now, this cancel this is 4. 4 times minus 1 give us minus 4. So therefore, this identity matrix is multiply x, y, we have x and y. So x and y is 3 and here is minus 4. So which implies onto mapping, one-on-one mapping, this map this, this map this, which implies that x is equals to 3, comma, y is equals to minus 4. So this method which we use to solve is called determinant method. When I use Cramer's rule, we also get the same answer using Cramer's rule. God bless you.